Welcome to Wisdom of Stillness, where we explore ancient tales and profound insights to unlock the wisdom hidden in everyday life. Have you ever wondered if it's possible to truly understand what someone else is thinking? What if I told you there are simple techniques you can learn to read minds, not in a supernatural way, but by understanding human behavior deeply? Today I'm going to share with you a powerful Buddhist story, one that reveals the art of reading people's thoughts through observation. Stick around until the end, and I'll also share some life-changing lessons on how you can apply this skill in your own life. A long time ago in a small village, there lived two brothers. The older brother was blind, and the younger one was a hard-working farmer. Their farm often suffered from wild animals damaging the crops, which left the younger brother feeling helpless. One day, he came up with a clever idea. His blind brother could sit in the field and scare away the animals by making noise whenever he heard them. The plan worked like magic. Whenever animals approached, the blind brother would shout and they'd scatter. But the story doesn't end there. One day, a deer broke into the field, followed closely by the king who was hunting it. When the king asked if the blind brother had seen the deer, the blind man, despite his disability, made a stunning observation. He told the king that the animal was not worth pursuing and that the deer was actually a pregnant doe. The king was shocked. How could a blind man know this? This tale teaches us a crucial lesson. Even without sight, the mind can discern more than meets the eye. The blind brother used his heightened sense of hearing and his understanding of patterns to deduce things that others who relied on sight could not. And that brings us to the art of reading people's thoughts. One of the most effective ways to understand someone's thoughts is by observing their eyes. Eyes may not speak, but they reveal a lot about what's happening in the mind. Think about it. When someone avoids eye contact, they might be hiding something or feeling uneasy. When a person's pupils dilate, it indicates excitement or interest. On the other hand, constricted pupils often suggest discomfort or anger. I once met someone who couldn't stop glancing around the room during our conversation. His wandering gaze told me that he was anxious and distracted. Upon asking a few more questions, I discovered that he was hiding something important. It's amazing how much we can learn simply by paying attention to eye movements, isn't it? The next technique involves interpreting facial expressions. The face is like a canvas that paints a picture of what a person is feeling inside. Whether it's a frown, a raised eyebrow, or a subtle smile, these small cues give us insight into someone's emotional state. I remember an encounter with a person who had a persistent wrinkle on their forehead. They tried to act calm, but that one detail told me they were deeply troubled. When I asked them about it, they eventually opened up about their worries. It's fascinating how our facial expressions can betray our true feelings, even when we try to hide them. Finally, let's talk about body language, the silent yet powerful form of communication. From crossed arms to tapping fingers, these small gestures can tell us a lot about what's going on in someone's mind. A person who leans in during a conversation is interested and engaged, while someone who pulls away or crosses their arms may feel defensive or uninterested. I once met a man who kept tapping his fingers nervously during a business deal. That small gesture told me that he wasn't confident about the terms we were discussing. By picking up on this, I was able to negotiate a better deal for myself. So, what's the key takeaway here? To truly understand others, we must learn to read between the lines, by observing not only what people say, but also how they behave. The eyes, face, and body all give us clues about what's happening beneath the surface. But there's one final and essential step. You must be present. When our minds are distracted, lost in past events or future worries, we miss the subtle cues that reveal someone's inner world. Only when we bring our attention to the present can we truly see and understand those around us. I hope this story and these techniques have given you new insight into how to read people's thoughts through observation. Remember, it's not about mind control, it's about mindfulness. By paying attention to the signals people give off through their eyes, facial expressions, and body language, we can become more empathetic and understanding in our relationships. Thank you for watching today's video on Wisdom of Stillness.